So in this piece, I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a hot mess. I must have played around on these two pieces for a good hour, if not longer, which is much more time than what I would usually allow myself for these journal entries. I had a vague idea what I wanted to do, that wasn't working, and so I just kept going on and adding more layers and paint, completely transforming the piece several times. So even though I would consider it one big hot mess, I did learn some interesting techniques along the way, which in the end is what it's all about, right? So I started off with just doing two continuous line drawings, Picasso style. I think what my intention was just to add a little bit of color here and there between the parts that join together, playing a bit with the complementary colors, but I just didn't really have any clear direction as to what I wanted the finished piece to look like. I was just messing around and trying to paint quickly without giving it too much thought, because when you overthink it, you can really mess it up, which I ended up messing up regardless, but I pushed through nonetheless. Looking back at it, I think that I might have been able to achieve what it is I had in my mind if I was using watercolor paints, but I don't know how well the watercolor would do on these gessoed pages. I haven't really tried watercolor, or I could have used maybe the alcohol inks as well, but I guess that's something to experiment on another entry down the road. Alright, so I am going to triple the speed on this so you guys can see how it becomes a hot mess, and it does become something totally different in the end, but it took many layers to get there, to get it to a point where I guess I was okay with it. Yeah, it's hard to know when to stop sometimes, and it's hard sometimes to let go of the vision that you have in your mind, especially when it takes a completely opposite turn. But I guess you won't know that part of yourself, or stretch that part of yourself to know when to trust your intuition and say, okay, scrap that plan. Here comes plan B, or C, or D. Reminding yourself that this is not a commission piece. There's really no expectations. And sometimes we need to let go of the expectations that we have put on ourselves in order to learn and to grow. So, yeah, come along with me and watch this piece be transformed a few times, and let me know in the comments what you think.
Sounds